Hey, welcome back to Vancouver Carpenters, you guys. So yes, somewhere down the line, somebody's gonna open up a wall and find a towel bar installed with an electrical plate. Spoiler alert, it was me. But if you wanna find out how and why somebody would ever use an electrical plate to install a towel bar, just keep watching. So today we have a problem where we have to mount a communications box into this stud bay. But if we look on the other side of the wall, we'll see that there's a towel bar mounted here and it's got hardware protruding into the space. So I've come up with a creative solution for that. So here we have some toggle bolts, and some of you might be thinking, why not just put it onto this stud? Just move it over 6 inches. So the reason is this is a finished bathroom. I'm not working in this space. And if I decide to just move the towel bar over 6 inches, then I got to patch and paint the entire wall. So it adds a whole new scope to the job. So we're not going to do that. But I do have a unique solution that's going to work in this space. So this communications box is about 3 1/4 deep. So that means I have a 1/4 inch to play with back here. So my thoughts are, glue this here, use some machine screws to mount through. Should hold it real good. So we will apply a generous amount of this stuff. I maybe should have grabbed the regular PL. This stuff's going to be hard to squish. Okay, let's squish this on here as flat as we can get it, right in the center. Okay, that's pretty good right there. And I was thinking of using a 2x. This will hold it in place until the glue sets. So now I've got some self-tapping machine screws, and we will put this right back where it was before to the best of my ability. There we go. Okay, that's pretty close to where it was. Don't over tighten, you don't want to strip it. So for anybody watching this, maybe a little less glue right in the center. Okay, now's a good time to get this back on. Make sure it's in the right place. I will say you'll kind of only get one shot with this. If you didn't get it in the right spot, you might struggle. Also, make sure your hands are clean before putting the towel hardware back on, that you don't have any glue on them. Otherwise, you're gonna get it on the wall, especially when messing around with these little set screws. They're kind of a pain for anyone who's not familiar with them. It looks like it went back exactly where it was. That's great. Nice. Always good to take the opportunity to give these a little 1/4 turn tighter, because some of those were feeling pretty loose. I don't think the original anchors on this one were that good. There we go. That's good. So it's definitely safe to take these out now. Dude. So we definitely can't leave those like that, because that takes up the space we need. I don't like how these sparks are going up here. Let's protect this stuff and still try and get the job done. So there it is. Takes up a little less than a 1/4 inch of space. And it should fit really nicely in this space right here. So that is the creative solution to that problem I had. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Ben, what about the next guy? Because if somebody else pulls off that towel rod and then they see these little screws, they're not going to know what to do. They might put something into the communications box. Very true. It's possible they could, but the homeowner just bought this place, so they know it's here. They're going to be living here for a long time, so hopefully it doesn't cause anybody any problems way down the road. And it's also just one more reason, anytime you are putting up, a towel hook, anything, basically anytime you are drilling into a wall, you need to know what is on the other side of that wall. And in this case, you could find it out so easily by just going into this room, looking on this wall, and seeing that there is something deeply recessed into the wall. Anyway, so that's the solution to that problem. And speaking of creative solutions to problems, I mean, my God, is this a dog's breakfast or what? So I don't think I'm gonna film an actual video about this, but I will, by the time it's finished, put up just a series of pictures on my Instagram account showing what it looks like, what each step was, because this one is a mess. Let's take a good look at this for a second. So as far as I'm concerned, there's no reason that I can see that this box should have been mounted this far out, other than that they didn't want to tear apart the wall and get rid of the wood that was under here. It looked like it was just too much work. They would have rather drilled a whole bunch of holes. But yeah, it's a little bit disappointing because, when an electrician shows up, after they leave, there should be something that you can actually patch. But if you take a close look at this, this is actually unpatchable. So I do have a solution. It's not going to be in this video. But yeah, it's a headache. Anyways, you do have to think about the next guy. And speaking of the next thing, I got to get onto it. So till next time, you guys.